You've probably heard that 70% of lottery winners end up completely broke within just a few years. That number is made up. It was never a real study. It was one offhand comment, repeated so many times that everyone assumed it was true. That comment came from a financial expert speaking at a planning roundtable back in 2001. Nothing more than that. Time magazine and Fortune both printed the number as established fact, and other outlets simply copied it from there, without checking. The organization it's credited to has since denied the number was ever theirs. So what actually happens to people who win big? The real number, according to the Certified Financial Planner Board, sits close to 1 in 3, not the 70% everyone quotes. Nearly a third of lottery winners eventually file for bankruptcy, most of them within 3 to 5 years of winning. That's still a striking number on its own, just not the wild, invented one that keeps getting repeated across every article online. So the real question becomes, why does even 1 in 3 collapse financially this fast after winning this much money? Economist Richard Thaler had an answer for it. And surprisingly, it has nothing to do with simply being bad with money. He called it mental accounting. The idea that your brain quietly refuses to treat every single dollar the same way. Money you earned through years of work feels completely different from money that simply fell into your lap out of nowhere. Thaler found that people spend windfall cash unusually fast, almost as if it never truly belonged to them in the first place. A steady salary raise gets saved carefully, almost on instinct. A surprise bonus, by contrast, gets spent fast on dinners and vacations. This exact same pattern in inheritance, work bonuses, even ordinary tax refunds, money that simply arrived, unearned. Now imagine that exact same mental shortcut applied to $10 million, all arriving in a single life-changing moment. Your brain simply hasn't updated its own rules just because the number attached to that windfall got dramatically, suddenly bigger. The 0.85 paste-to-meat fusion and fissional dacupoint attacked. This isn't a personal character flaw, either. It's a well-documented bias that catches even financially literate people off guard. And mismanaging the money itself turns out to be only half of what a sudden financial windfall actually triggers in someone's life. The other half of the problem arrives quickly at your front door, usually within days of the news going public. Financial planners actually have a name for what happens next. They call it sudden wealth syndrome, and it's well documented. Distant relatives suddenly resurface. Old classmates reconnect out of nowhere. Strangers even start writing letters, asking directly and openly for help. Winners often describe feeling deeply guilty saying no to family members, even when those requests genuinely never seem to stop. Saying yes just once often means saying yes forever after, since refusing later on tends to feel like a betrayal. Some winners even report losing entire friendships, either from quiet resentment or simply from the sheer weight of constant asking. The publicity itself quickly becomes a real target, since everyone around you suddenly knows exactly how much money you have. In several US states, winners can actually choose to legally stay anonymous, largely to avoid exactly this kind of pressure. Between the mental accounting and all that family pressure, the money disappears far faster than almost anyone ever truly expects. And within just a few short years, 1 in 3 winners are right back where they started, sometimes worse off. Winners who manage to avoid this whole pattern tend to do one specific thing differently, right from the start. Many US states actually give winners several weeks or even months before they're required to formally claim their prize money. And financial advisors consistently say that exact waiting period is precisely the time that matters most of all, more than anything else. That waiting period gives a numb, completely overwhelmed brain some real time to think things through instead of simply reacting. It's also enough time to actually build a real team, a lawyer, an accountant, someone who has genuinely done this before. In the end, the money itself didn't ruin these people. It was always the speed of their decisions that did. So the real lesson here isn't about lottery winners at all. Any sudden windfall deserves that exact same caution, real or not.